I'm telling you, you make this once, you may never go out for a burger again. It's got the crisp.
Really? Over that?
I will never go out for a burger again, I think, ever.
He's never going out for a burger ever again. He has to be selling this. This is like the most basic burger. Alright, we're doing this one obviously, cause really. Let's do this. So here's our price list, guys. It's about $3.48 a burger. If you want to pause and look that over, you can. Well, you're going to start out by cutting your pickles up into little diced cubes. So I cut it in half to give myself a flat edge. Cut the edge off to give myself the long flat edge. And then just started slicing across, making pickle medallions. Once I had my medallions made, you just lay them out flat and start slicing down, turning them into matchsticks. Then you take your matchsticks, turn them sideways, and slice them into cubes. You want these to be fairly small since they're going into a sauce, and you don't want to have big giant pickle chunks in your sauce trying to take bites out of it. But if you do, it pretty much makes it like having a normal pickle on the burger, so kind of pick your preference. So once you have all your pickle dices done, you go ahead and throw them in a bowl. Then you're going to add in mayonnaise. I don't know the exact amounts. I think I did about 4 tablespoons here. About a tablespoon of the sriracha, because Sam did sriracha ketchup, so I just did sriracha and ketchup separate, equal parts. So did a tablespoon of sriracha, a tablespoon of ketchup. Then I added in about a tablespoon and a half of mustard. Like I said, don't know the exact amounts. Sam just kind of eyeballed it in his videos, so I just tried to make a batch big enough for how many burgers I was looking to make. So once you have all that together, you stir it up and you're left with your sauce. And do not forget to add salt and pepper to taste. Move on to prepping our onion. You're going to cut the end off. Then you're going to take the whole thing and cut it in half. And you can either use half of the onion or the whole onion, depending on how many cheeseburgers you're looking to make. I went ahead and used the whole onion. You're going to cut the heads off, and then you don't want to cut that way. You want to cut along your sliced ends. That way you have nice little half rings. So once you get all your onions cut up, you're going to take those and transfer them into a bowl and just kind of toss them with your hands. They'll fall apart. If you need to pull a few apart, you just make it so that they're not together, just like that. So now it is time to handle our meat. This is 80-20 ground beef, which is 80% meat, 20% fat. Pre-ground at the store, just like Sam had in his video. We want to stay authentic to what his recipe is. You're going to take that, tear it in half. You're going to take those halves and tear them in half to leave you with nice quarter-pound patties. You're then going to form those in nice balls. You're going to take your balls and you're going to salt them up. After you add salt to your balls, you're going to add some pepper to your balls. Then you're going to realize that because your hands were a little wet from washing, that your pepper grinder slips and you can't get the thing to grind up some fresh black pepper. So you fight with it for a minute. Once it finally does kick through, then you get your pepper on your burgers, and that's what they look like. You're good to go. Next, you're going to get a pan on what I'm guessing would be medium to low heat, because you're throwing butter in it, and butter burns at a high temperature, so I went ahead and assumed medium to low, but that's going to be what we're going to use to cook our onions. So once the pan starts to warm up, we throw the butter in. We'll let the butter go ahead and melt all the way through, and then we will add our onions to the pan. You'll let this cook down, and you'll add some salt and pepper to taste. And then right before the onions get to the point where they're starting to caramelize, you just add a little bit of vermouth. I'm guessing about tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. Again, no direction from Sam in his video, so I'm just kind of winging it on this one. Trying to make it as close and accurately looking as possible, which is why I stopped at this point. I figured this looked pretty much identical to his, so I think we're good. And the next step is cooking our burger patties. Again, he doesn't specify a certain temperature, so I'm going to go ahead and go with a medium heat here. And I use canola oil to cover my flat top. And I took my first burger ball and I went and smashed it down. You're going to push it as thin as you can get it without making it cracker thin to where you're just going to like make everything super crispy. You do want it to be a little bit bigger than the size of your bun. That way when it shrinks a little bit during cooking, it should fit perfectly onto your bun, or maybe just have a little bit of overhang. So you're going to do that again with your second patty and get that smashed down and going. And while those are cooking, you're going to go ahead and take some butter and butter up your buns. You definitely want to toast your buns on this one because the sauce is going to go on first, and when you have sauce on the bottom, that typically gets soaked up by the bread and it makes the bread super soggy. So once you get your buns on, let them start toasting. You're going to flip your burger. You want that nice Maillard reaction brown covered top there, and you're going to add on American cheese, which I do agree American cheese is probably the best cheese for a cheeseburger. I do like other cheeses, something about American cheese, which, fun fact, is not even American. It was actually invented in Canada. So, French fries are not French, and American cheese is not American. So now we're here in assembly. Take your bottom bun, add your sauce, grab your first patty, slide it on, have some struggles there because it sticks to the spatula and then jumps off the front end. Then you're going to grab your second patty, that goes on top of the first patty, and then you're going to top off that patty with your nice caramelized onions. After this, you're going to go ahead and throw your top bun on, and that is pretty much it. That's your burger. Pretty simple. That's why I was so surprised when he made the comment that he's never going to go out for a burger ever again. Because, I mean, it's really not that special. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a luxury and simplicity, but it's just caramelized onions and Big Mac sauce, really. But here it is, Sam's burger.
Okay, full disclosure. We went into this knowing that it's not going to be that expensive and it's really worth trying. But because he made the comment about how it was so good that he was never going to go out for a burger ever again, that's the real reason why I wanted to do this. We want to see if the taste matches up to that level of expectation. Am I going to eat this and think, you're right, I'm just going to make this from now on and I'm never going to go out for a burger ever again? So let's try it out. We'll start with a nice cross section. So we can give you a... Oh, it's falling apart on me. So it looks like you got all the burger elements you want. You know, nice sauce, there's pickles, you can see the onions. So, without further ado, man, took a pretty big bite there. Sorry. So, is it good? Yes, it's good. Am I never going out for a burger ever again? No. I would have no problem going into... Do I have something on my face? Like, realistically, you could go to your local burger establishment, the place that you typically go to for a good cheeseburger, and you're still gonna get good value for your dollar. This is good because the cost is great, you're making it at home, but like I said, am I gonna stop going out for cheeseburgers? No. But it is a good burger. So we'll give it the score of worth it just because everything else falls in line, but it's a good burger. It's okay. Go ahead, give it a shot if you want. All right, have a good one, guys.